very similar lineup so far. No Broodmother, but they know the Tiny Leshrac. They saw what happened last laning phase. I'm sure they talked about some of the mistakes they made from like the whole defensive tri lane, all the pressure that 33 was under, perhaps panicking a little bit and trying to adjust their lanes, and as a result gave Whisper a strong lane while simultaneously not fixing 33's game.
So one interesting thing that Insania said when he was on the Summit Couch, I tried not to like get him to reveal too much because I just feel like that's a dick move.
Yeah,
like you're just handicapping him for doing a nice thing. But what he did say, because I wanted to know about like what happens after the game, because it's such an interesting concept. Because every team that I've worked at has had a different concept of how to treat a loss or a win. And he was saying, you try not to think about the individual mistakes. You just focus on the draft and like the bigger picture stuff.
Yeah.
Because the small, minute details, it's really easy to tilt yourself and get bogged down into. That's how you end up blaming one player.
If you hadn't missed that burrow strike,
yes,
we would have won that fight, and you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
But all that does really is make one person feel bad.
Yeah.
Because they, you know, if you're playing at this level, you're not an idiot. You know when you messed up. Oh man, they're just okay.
Yeah, fourth pick Brood instead of third pick. I was saying there's no Broodmother. Well, there it was.
It's a very good Brood game, Cap. It's great against. Then Wraith King is really mediocre. Very single target.
Okay, Ninjas in Pajamas. Oh, that was another thing that kind of annoyed me. And I was like, yeah.
We're not biased at all, but we want your tournament life to continue so that you get into a dramatic situation where P has to fight his former team to get to TI. That'd be so hype. You know that there's no bad blood lost there. But this is what I want personally. This is what made me say it's looking spicy.
For lower bracket, that
Yes.
or for elimination.
And
That would hype.
for EG to get into upper and for NIP to get sent out of the tournament, both of those situations.
Plus, it makes every single match of this group
Worth.
just not as exciting if you already know who's out at the bottom.
Yes.
Right? Because everyone in the group gets to go there. Oh, thank God. It's not us.
Yes.
And we're going to play in playoffs, and then we can just focus on that fact.
Yeah. Right now, for me, NIP, it's now time to show up. You've been waiting, you know, you're sleeping dragon. I'm good with it. Yeah. You know, saving strats for this, sure. But this is it. This is your tournament life on the line.
You know what? We're skipping this tip. This is not the tip to have. Calm players, I don't want to see calm out of NIP. I want to see frenzied, bloodlusted.
All right, give me one. Crystal Maida and the other sisters. What a tip.
What a tip.
All right, scroll through until we find the one we want.
All right.
Even a defeat is practice for your next victory.
All right,
Good.
that's the
I like
one.
that. That's perfect.
Ninjas in Pajamas have been doing a lot of practicing at this group stage, and now is the time to get the victory.
Every defeat is practice for your next victory. Well, they've got one real good victory stored up in the wings. Some Kamehameha.
This is, just to be absolutely clear, Ninjas in Pajamas, their fate is not in their hands, but if they do lose any more games,
They're
they
out.
are 100%
They
out.
cannot make it to enough wins. They need a minimum of 5 right now because that is the next lowest. Currently, they're rocking 2, so they have to win out. They're playing against
Evil
South
Geniuses.
America's Best
Oh, okay.
and Infamous,
Yeah.
and then Evil Geniuses, yes.
Yeah.
Crazy how good Infamous looks, though.
Yeah.
I just can't get over how good South America. They've really brought it. They have come to play at this TI, and I can't help but admire that.
I mean, they certainly came into this tournament,
This shit's
developed a
inspiring,
concept, and they keep on, they've like slight alterations, but I do feel like teams are letting them draft the way they want to.
Yes.
They're giving them the heroes that they want.
They're not respecting them, but you know, at this point, you gotta start. You gotta give them all the respect in the world. And you know what the coolest part is? I feel like this will inspire the region. This is homegrown talent, Cap.
Yeah.
This is
This is not Team Ham.
Yeah.
This is not Pepita plus 4 Europeans trying to get an easy win.
yeah. This is homegrown talent, and if you're a fan of the region, this is so cool for you guys. Good luck, SA, because right now they are, I mean, they're putting Europe in a do or die situation right now, Cap.
We're going to have the 33 Beastmaster and Saxa Rubik duo at the top lane. Once again, Infamous are going to start off with their tri-lane, and Whisper's going to be left alone as a Leshrac. He's going to try and soak some experience.
What is that thing, by the way? SA streamer do, like the Ga or whatever?
Ah!
All right, we'll do that if they win.
Yeah.
That means because that'll have secured themselves out of last place as well.
Yep.
And if NIP wins, you know, I'll eat an overcooked steak. 'Cause apparently every European that I've ever met is really into like well done steaks. I'll request the chef tonight at the buffet. Sear the hell out of that.
Infamous. So this time around, Ninjas in Pajamas did not get caught into the early tri-lane trap. They don't give any kills up, and eventually Schofield does rotate because he has to give Whisper some semblance of a game.
I feel like they've done that like every game in the tournament.
Yeah.
They've tried to go on for that early first blood, pick up a freebie, win the lane for Hector, and then move. As this mid lane is going fine for Ace. This is what we anticipated. The Meepo. Ember was not the counter, but maybe Meepo is. I'm not a Meepo player, so it's hard for me to tell.
Yeah.
But I've watched. I actually play a lot of Brood.
Oh, you're a Brood player now?
Yeah. You gotta be, honestly. You can't make it out there without learning. Mid, Ace is gonna clean up a lot of these spiders.
Honestly, I'm just happy he's not an offlane hero, so I don't have that pressure to learn him.
Yeah. Oh, and Chrysalis is gonna drop the loser spray. This is my new favorite meta that's developed at this tournament.
Yep.
Shout outs to OG for making this a thing. A loser spray is the next level. You can mute people, but you can't mute the ground.
You know, I saw that. I was pretty sure that was going to be a thing at TI. But the other one I thought was going to be the monkey one. I thought that was going to be enough. It's the other spray I quite like. Schofield. The lane is going to push in, so he's going to show up at this tri-lane once again and try and get the kill on Saksa. He's going to be able to get the telekinesis, but the avalanche and all the shadow poison, that's easily going to be enough to... Oh! One more. He's going to pop his stick, have enough for the lance, and that will be enough to secure First Blood.
And it's this tri-lane that they've utilized to make sure that Hector's lane is as good as possible. Schofield, the best part about, I think, Schofield's gameplay is that he always finds where he needs to be to get kills. He is not a passive, I'm going to slowly win your lane. He's, let's get kills. I'm here for a reason.
Yeah, he shows up, gives just enough security for Whisper, and then as soon as he sees an opportunity to head back to top, he does so.
I do think, by the way, let's load up net worth, because I think the last hit chart for Meepo is like it's heavily skewed.
He's only slightly ahead of the Phantom Hunter right now, but does have a good distance over Chris Luck. But perhaps somewhat expected as Chris Luck will at some point catch back up after...
He gonna jungle.
After the new.
Half-legged abomination.
Time for Whisper to pull some shenanigans because he knows how dangerous this Witch Doctor Wraith King double stun lineup is.
Especially with that early level of Maledict, is PPD going to tango with Whisper a little bit, but Whisper's going to disco his way up to this lane. He's even going to run into this DD area. Is PPD going to deny it? Smartly so. He was on the high ground, wouldn't have made it in time. Whisper continues to track of the creep wave. Spada doing his best to creep wave where it is.
Nice. Always feels good when the enemy hero uses mana to try and secure a range creep. Last hit, you get the deny over him.
Yeah, whenever I do that against, you know who I statistically love doing that against is other Storm players. It feels really good because it's all the spells that have like that wind up time.
Yeah. I mean, he's got that very telegraphed, like, I'm going to rend it. They do manage to kill Hector at top lane. I'm not sure exactly how they got him so low so easily, but it looks like they just blew all their spells. Telekinesis.
They're going to get a good amount of the bounty runs too.
Both bounties at top, and Peter secures one at bottom. Chris Luck will start playing the jungle, but Ace says, that's perfectly fine with me. I'm a mid-hero that needs my own build-up time. And I feel pretty confident I'm going to beat you.
This is actually great for Ace.
Yeah.
I will say, it's really good position for him. I think this is why maybe Meepo's going to be very good against Brood, because it's one of those times where you can be passive and it's okay.
Yeah, they're the same hero, except Meepo's going to scale harder than you, than the Broodmother, right? One difference is going to be the Hand of Midas. Chris Luck is going to try and build into, but it's not like Meepo's going to fall shy in experience. At least I hope not anyway, because I certainly have that man as the highest experience average. That's what Meepo does. Trying to go on a Whisper here. Rayfire Blast has the cast ready to go. Honestly, he's not that low. But Fada just continues to try and bully him out. Diabolic Eating is going to be used here, but another round of Rayfire Blast. This means they're going to be able to get the Maledict before the cast, and Whisper's dead. And he knows it too. He doesn't even try and attack anymore.
Nope, gonna go down easy.
Nice Stinger, managed to take a lot of those last hits, but may end up dying as the boar is going to be able to catch him. Got tossed back into the boar, the Fate Bolt to finish him off. So even if he does get all those last hits, it'll cost him his life.
And we said that NIP as a team, they need a good laning phase to be able to continue to roll. So far, so good, as they're going to even harass Hector quite a bit, who doesn't want to pop the shrine, but Hector, buddy, you're going to have to.
Even dropping items on ninjas.
He dropped the Wraith Band just so that he could get extra HP. But now he's being relegated to the jungle. 33 is going to have a very good dangerous
Disruption
start.
into Split Earth. But it does not have his level 6, and this is too much damage, that's for sure.
And this is right before he hits level 6. Good timing for them as they immediately give him the tip. Bada tips him back. Good morale sign.
By the way, we know that Infamous did get to Ninjas of Pajamas. Peter had Infamous muted. He had to ask what they selected.
He said, did they first pick? And the lobby host had to say yes.
You know.
He does not, right now is not the time.
Peter is a man of banter, but inside of the game, he's got to try and pull Ninjas in Pajamas off the cliff, off the edge that they're currently standing on, because they're about to plummet their way out of the International.
And Chris Luck, by the way, he's decided to go for the build where you go Midas into Ags. I think the key difference between like the two builds, oftentimes, is that
Threatening the roar. They are actually going to use the roar here.
he
Hector is
Yeah, he's
very
gone.
dead.
He's under attack.
The nature of
Nice.
33 doesn't even take that much damage. They are really going to pressure this tower.
Yeah, this is going to be the double bore. These high levels of it too, level 7, actually level 6. But this mid tower being pressured by Ace. Remember what I told you, by the way, during the break? What actually hurts Meepos, or Broodmothers, is the ability to take her tower.
Yeah.
That's really what hurt.
Toss back into the Diabolic Edict. Whisper is going to try and run him down. They do have the reincarnation, so a second life. Do they have enough damage? We'll see. There's nothing out for the Tiny except for a toss, but it looks like
Soul
just
Catcher.
a Split Earth. It is so much with the Soul Catcher.
His health just evaporated.
This is why that Shadow Demon has been such a popular pick in this group stage. Feels like that Soul Catcher makes every burst damage hero look good.
Still, game is still relatively okay for NIP. If you do manage to take the mid tower of the Broodmother, it changes the way that she has to play, because it feels even worse.
They're going to catch Peter as well behind the tower. Diabolic Edict to finish off this tier 1. Ninjas in Pajamas are trying to equalize things by taking top.
Under attack.
And Ace is not ready to be rotating around just yet. He's about to get his blink though.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
4-4, 10-minute bounty runes are about to spawn. Looks like the team's gonna split it up for now, as both their mid laners are not looking for a fight just yet. I do wonder if this early blink dagger from Ace is going to change things.
Yeah.
He's not going for the quadruple Great Man into Ethereal Blade build. He's actually going an active build for this Meepo.
I wish I played more Meepo. I can tell you like the
structures
nuance,
are
like the
fortified.
perfect nuance. I still. My bad, buddy. I'll learn for our matchup knowledge.
I imagine it has to do with pressuring the Phantom Lancer better.
Of course.
And
Radiant
this brood that's running around with all the spiders. If mobility is key, nothing's going to be better than Blink stunning her.
This mid tower though, still very healthy.
Got to be able to catch Peter here. He is very dead.
Oh, Ace is down here though.
Ace is really going to commit for this one. He's actually going to go for that last rank.
He's gonna
Damage
kill
dealer is
everyone.
dead. That means the Shadow Demon is gone as well. Schofield's trying to get out. Fada knows he did not run left, so he's got to be somewhere in this triangle. Spot him with a telekinesis. Raid Fire Blast as well.
Toss up.
Toss for toss. Ace actually managed to run down Hector as well. Schofield's still alive.
That was the roar.
He's trying to skedaddle here, but there's nowhere to run to. He'll be met by a shot from the tier 2 tower. He caught the Phantom Lancer up here. I mean, he saw the fight happen. He must have gotten just a little bit too greedy. Got roared.
He did indeed. I mean, he just didn't expect Ace to gap close like that. Then Hector got roared.
Well, you could say that was very successful Blink Dagger reveal. He's already back to 2,000 gold. He almost just made his money back by purchasing this Blink. Gonna be able to get to the Shadow Demon as well. Schofield, I'm not sure if you really want to get too close to this one. The Soul Catcher goes out. They're gonna try and burst down the Meepo with a Split Earth, but it doesn't land because Soxa had the telekinesis as well. This is getting low, but Ace does go down as Chris Luck and his gigantic army finishes off those fighters. Gonna be able to get Peter as well.
And
Who just
Schofield,
stands his ground for a while.
it looked like he wanted to continue to go,
Yeah.
but instead forced to back up. Has to go for the double bracer this time around. I think he assumes that his timing is just way too off. Normally we see him just go for the straight brown boots into the bottle and get blink regardless of what level he is.
Yep.
this time around a little bit different. To instead be a little bit tankier, which I think is the right idea, especially against a Meepo. What is the point? Like, you blink into a Meepo. But I don't really know where the gold lead evaporated from. I guess the Broodmother getting so much out of that fight. And yeah, her getting the last hit on an ace. As the net worth was at one point almost like, what, 3,000 gold? 4,000?
I mean, Phantom, like Hector was farming that entire time at that point. Well.
Yeah, somehow he's ahead of Vada. I thought because he had died 3 times, he'd be significantly far behind, but we have seen Hector, regardless of the circumstances, always end up with some amount of net worth.
What?
Somehow he has more net worth than the Beastmaster, Cap.
Yeah. What is Vada's build, by the way?
Oh, he's going for a hood. Okay.
Why though? Like, no minus, no radiance build. So have the Avalanche to be able to slow down 33. They traded.
So dead.
Less track for a Rubik.
Schofield goes down too. During this time, the Meepo is PPD.
Okay, Peter.
So bad against the spiders.
Yeah, look, you stunned 3 or 4 spiders.
There was 20 in that pack.
The other 16 are ready to go. Dying like that always feels just terrible.
Oh, Ace gonna run in briefly, but Chris Luck just gonna stop his farming for half a second, try to be safe. And yeah, as a support, when you run into some of these like Brood games, you know it feels really bad as like a Venge or a CM. At least CM has ulti, but like Venge, especially like single target presence, no AoE.
Yeah.
You have no clear way to get to the spiders.
I mean, with
tower has fallen.
I personally have the biggest problem with just Broodmothers or Arc Wardens, these heroes that for no risk will just kill the 5 position, you know?
Yeah.
Like Chris Luck doesn't have to do anything with this hero. He just throws the spiders at Peter and
Remember
Peter
Magical
dies.
yesterday when Stinger, he was microing against Stinger?
Yeah.
Oh, that was sad. To give you context, guys, Magical was microing to try to last hit the SD, and he didn't notice his own hero had been gone on.
And he didn't even kill the support he was going for as a result.
Yeah, that was a real oopsie.
I think he should have, but I think he panicked and went back to his hero and stopped microing his spiders.
Yes.
So it was a lose-lose situation. Hector, how's he doing? Diffusal Blade coming in as his next item. You have the same Yule's build from Whisper last game, but it's Roshan time. This is something that Infamous need to constantly be aware of. Fortunately, the Broodmother's really good at being able to control the area around the Roshan pit, so they will be here in time. Like these sentries that have been laid down to be able to deal with the Hawks. Finish off the boars as well. Chris Luck's just going to play in this cliff area that Ninjas in Pajamas will have a hard time going on it.
Radiant's middle tower.
Well, the mid lane is actually being assaulted right now because there's a siege wagon, and Hector, with all his illusions, the ensnare doesn't quite hit. A second net coming out. Hector's going to be able to dodge that one as well. He's got the doppelganger for the 3rd net.
Now the Roshan area's been left behind. Precarious position for an IP because they don't want to get too far away from here. Both teams just hanging around, seeing what's going to happen. Sentry's going to be laid out by Stinger. If he walks up that hill, he'll see. He should actually know about the ward, right? Yeah, he should. He's got his own ward there too.
That ward doesn't see it.
I see.
And he doesn't see it either. When he gets really close, that's not quite enough vision. He's going to be found by Ace, and he's going to be like, how'd you know I was there? He'll end up dying. They do have the Primal Roar on the Brood. That's a big kill, but a Split Earth managed to lock down all those Beepos. The Paralyzing Cast keeping the Broodmother locked in place. He will end up dying. And now he can Rosh. Unfortunately, sorry guys. But hotkeys are not right. Full teams. I tried to show the vision and realized I couldn't go back.
And the Brood Spiders, they're hanging around the area, but they're not going to do anything.
Fate bolted spiders, I don't think that's getting a blast hit on.
Can you imagine? If that's a snatch right there, I'd lose it. And that's going to be back up to a 1k gold lead for NIP. This time they're doing much better than they did in their previous game. Actually going for moves. I feel like that's the first Roshan attempt that I've seen from them in like 4 games.
Yeah. They've got the E-Blade, the 15 talent, so the 20% evasion adds a lot to a Meepo's effective HP. So they've just, I mean, they're all inning on Ace carrying this game. With this pipe build from Fada and then the Vlads into Crimson Guard, they're literally just going to go every single team fight item and have Ace carry the game. Fada will not have much of a game as a result. He has no farming
Structures are fortified.
This is it's kind of an
I've seen this build before.
approach.
He's done this build before.
Uh-huh.
I think in this exact same situation, actually, with the Meatball on his team.
Yeah.
He's just trying to enable it,
Yeah.
I believe.
Dire's bottom tower is under
But it means if Meepo does actually get addressed by Infamous, the game is pretty much over. Base should have a really sick game. He's going to be able to find another kill on his Schofield while his team continues to pressure the bottom tier 2. And simultaneously still defending mid.
Radiant's top tower.
Sox is able to do that alone. They may have to give up their tier 1 tower top, which Chris Luck is going to go for the back door on, but they can just go for the high ground right now if they want to try and take advantage of Infamous's awkward position. Force them back inside their base. That's the last thing that Infamous wants to be. Yeah, with the skeletons coming out and everything, Infamous really have to address this quickly. They have to try and kill the skeletons in that first round. And they just don't. So the tier 3 is already dead. And Ninja Pajamas, they could back up if they want to, or they can try and go for the kill on Schofield. Split Earth managed to land on it too. A nice hold there from Peter. Managed to get a lot of damage on it. Infamous. Stinger is going to be forced away. That's 3 heroes. He got out of that high ground area.
And with only a 2k gold lead, they're going for it here. I really like this from NIP. Last time it took almost like a 40k gold lead for them to feel comfortable. This time around, they're forcing the issue. They're going to grab the tier 3 tower. They know that right now Infamous can't fight.
Ace, he's going to try and catch Chris Luck, and he does manage to get him. This is Chris Luck's death.
Trying to all in to get the tower, and just barely doesn't have that BKB, and he even buys out, so he wouldn't have his buyout in this position cap. He's that confident that his team can hold without Ace there, and he might be right. That's why 33 going to evacuate the building, completely reset things for themselves. And they have so many teamfight presence Rs. Like they have, they've got Vlad's, they've got the Crimson Guard almost completed, a pipe. This is a very mid-game oriented strategy. This is meant to end the game at the 20-minute mark. Is Ace gonna run in, find Schofield?
Surrounded with the Meepos, toss one Meepo away, but the other 2 remain. Force shows up for the party, just in time to claim the kill and maybe finish up a Scythe of Ice before the next push. They really are.
They're trying to end this game pre-30 minutes. This lineup will not scale with the item sets that they've got.
You know, I think this is really cool because they've got the attack speed aura, the vampiric aura, and the Vlads combined with the Meepo Ransack.
Yes.
So he is actually going to be life-stealing like crazy.
Yeah. And then on top of that, you've got the pipe so that the AoE magic damage does not work into him, and the Crimson Guard coming out of 33. This is quite the build for them. This is meant to put the pressure on early, as they might go for the Shrine here.
It pretty much means they have to, they just don't have a ton of AoE disables. They have Split Earth and Avalanche.
Yep.
They need more, I think, because if the Meepos are right-clicking, then all of them are just going to go back up to full health because of Ransack.
Onto the high ground they march.
33 drops a little bit low from the Soul Catcher, but Infamous can't really push forwards. That Ace Meepo is just so terrifying, and he's so tanky. Now they've got to pick off Schofield. It's going to be tossed back for the telekinesis into all the Meepos, and even as they take the damage, they just keep on moving forward. Whisper thinks they're a little bit low enough, maybe mid, and that's certainly where this Phantom Lancer's going in, but he has to doppelganger away with Slipper of HP. He's going to be caught, shot down by the Ethereal Blade. Now turning in with a Scythe of Ice, going to be able to go for Soul on his second life. No dieback for him, and Whisper, well, he can't even finish off one Meepo.
They denied it from him.
And that's it.
They denied them. They were going to give him the Rampage. Stinger's going to walk in here.
Chris Luck trying to go in. He's going to deal with Soxa as best he can. He's going to be able to clean up 33 as well. Rampage for Ace. Give him a double Rampage. Whisper actually hits a beautiful Split Earth, but this is still a Meepo with Aegis. You can't bring him down. There's too many teamfight auras. It's Meepo's too damn big. Ninjas in pajamas, they came to this game on the edge, on the brink. One game and they're out. They came into it with a plan, and it's a filthy plan too. It's a Meepo full team fight lineup.
And Chris Luck trying to find Fada, who does still have
The reincarnation, so... Oh, that's... Chris just can't kill fast enough, Fada.
Chris Luck trying to slow him down, and he's going to go down real easy. But still, 7k gold lead. And there's the Hex on the Meepo. He's got 2,700 gold on top of that. They've got so much gold to work with here.
One lane of barracks, shrines to be taken. Roshan, actually, this is just kind of like that perfect tempo for the Meepo game. He uses that first Aegis well to take the first lane. They're going to back up. They've got 2 minutes until Roshan potentially spawns again.
I think you slow things down for yourself. This is the perfect moment. Wait for the next Roshan.
Radiant's top tower has been
Infamous has
denied.
proved that they can't fight around that area anyways. And Ace is way too big at this point. Courier, if you look at it, it's so low right now. It's trying to make its way to the left side, 33. Spotting it with the Hawk, but they might just not be fast enough for this. It is indeed going to make its way out. Throws out the Axis to try to clear up some vision for Saksa.
Old Cluckles will get out of there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Heart next for Hector.
Dire's top
Thinks he
shrine
just
is
needs
under
the
attack.
raw stats.
By the way, I was wrong. Nope. Thought, no matter what, I believe Infamous is not last.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
of the previous win.
Yeah, because of that last
They
one.
had 6.
I mean, you weren't really wrong, because you did say that.
Radiant's
Did I?
bottom
Yeah, you
tower
said that
is
after
under
they
attack.
won the game.
Oh, am I crazy?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah, you know, it'd feel good to eliminate a team.
Doesn't feel bad. Oh, that was weird. He gave him the bottle to bottle up the Illu. Make it full for the Tiny.
Oh, he
Dire's
just
top
didn't.
tower is under attack.
Do it.
Yeah, I think so. It's all good, though. 33 hanging around the area. I think they're so close to winning this game. All they have to do is get control of the Roshan pit. It could spawn in 10 seconds. Of course, being a professional team, they're well aware of this.
Yeah, everybody has the timing written down.
Sometimes players like Envy will do it for you.
Yeah. 25-minute bounties as
Radiant's
well.
bottom tower
No
is
need
under
to
attack.
try and get greedy and go for 3. Fada shouldn't do that, that's for sure. Look at him. Shiva's next. He is all about the team right now. This is the most 3-position Wraith King I've seen since... Oh, hey.
Oh, jeez.
Peter died,
PPD just existed.
and then he did.
That was wild. The spiders just found him, and then he just died.
Imagine how terrifying that would be.
Oh, and this was a real thing?
Yeah, just a pack of roaming spiders running around
That just assassinate you?
devour you alive.
And that is the level 20 talent too on the Brood. It's rough.
And that's where stuff gets scary, but it's mostly scary when the Broodmother has the superior map control and he's taking Roshan and towers with these spiders. The team fight aspect, we'll see how effective it's going to be. Because that more comes down to whether or not he can get to the back line with the spiders and kill the supports.
Agree with everything you just said. They're going to smoke up around the Roshan timing.
Oh, Chris Luck actually does spot Peter.
Oh boy!
Ay.
Oh, that is the that's a Lincoln's.
That's a Lincoln's.
Yeah, that's pretty big. That's your Hex counter. The Meepo. Oh man, PPD. This is this. place
Oh,
is
now
not for you.
Sox is next. He blinks away just before
Dude, he was gonna die.
the
Let me
spider
just say.
attack.
I don't know. I kind of enjoy watching it. It's so funny. There's like nothing you can do about it.
And that's why you know Blitz is at his core, at his heart, he is not a support player.
No, what it really is I'm not a good person. That's what it boils down to.
Why not both?
That's true. NIP gonna clean up this Roshan. Part picked up by the Phantom Lancer. This is one way to deal with this, but still, they're not out of the rough yet.
Yeah, I mean, this just goes to show that like these little pickoffs that the Broodmother gets, like that doesn't matter. What matters was getting the Roshan. And
Yes.
now that they have Aegis and Cheese, Ninjas the Pajamas can go high ground with confidence. And it's up to Infamous now to
What's your
change the
answer?
game. You gotta play aggressive right now, get a fast pick off, take away that Aegis, kill everybody else but the Meepo, anything but just letting Nip run up into your base.
And remember, Infamous is still playing for that upper bracket slot.
Yeah,
Still
they
well
want this win.
possible.
30 skeletons attack damage, just one more reason that
Radiant's
Infamous
bottom
should
tower
not
is
let
under
Ninjas
attack.
in Pajamas get close to their base. And I feel like they're letting them happen right now. Nip can just run through mid,
Yo, they don't have TPs.
hit top.
Radiant's bottom
Wait,
tower
seriously?
has fallen.
No TP, 2 seconds, 6
Yeah,
seconds.
Tiny doesn't have a TP.
No TP on Tiny, 70, oh,
He just bought one. Okay, they're easily gonna let them march up. Here come the boys.
The boys are out. They're
boys are
back in
doing
town, and the boys, they're tearing down that tier 3. They're about the revolution. They're tearing down the wall, and it looks like Meepo, they may be able to take away that Aegis pretty easy. They will get that. The toss over to the Shadow Demon. That I
tossed
don't
in
think was
Stinger.
what Schofield wanted with that play. And it looks like all of Infamous, they should be able to get out of anything. Infamous, they might just be able to catch more out of this nasty situation. Peter, he's going to be disrupted. His TP is canceled.
Peter just, this is not the game for him, as he is 2-8-6, only level 10 right now, despite his team having that hefty net worth. I wish we could see the replay, because you just saw Schofield toss in Stinger, and Stinger did not want to be there.
No.
But with the Aegis immediately taken out, that was such a bad situation for NIP. They weren't able to get the jump, and as a reminder, this is an all early game build that they've gone for.
Oh, yeah. Like, this game looks super one-sided, but you give it, like, 5 minutes.
The builds alone will make the difference. This is a Shiva's
Look at
Wraith
that.
King.
There's the toss into the Shadow Demon. Fortunately, there was a defensive force staff for him.
You've got a Shiva's Wraith King, no Necro Book or Blink or anything like that for the Beastmaster, no Solar Crest.
I mean, that fight really showed that as soon as the Meepo was dead, there was no damage. Like, even just the little bit of time where he's reviving off the Aegis, Infamous could just swarm forward, knowing that this Shiva's Blink Pipe Wraith King he's not a threat.
Let me say, by the way, games like this are always scary when you play against SD support because of the turnaround potential of disruption.
Yeah.
Gonna make
As
this
well
move.
as Soul Catcher, right?
They
That
just got a
is
kill.
Schofield. Picked off, does not have buyback.
They're looking for more right now. 33 did get the Invis rune, pushing forward right now, trying to find somebody.
Dire's bottom
This
shrine
is
under
definitely
attack.
something that I think Ninjas the Pajamas, they lost the Aegis, yes, but they can't wait for the third Roshan.
Dire's bottom
No,
shrine
I think they will
has
lose the
fallen.
game if this game continues for another like 12 minutes and they haven't pushed their lead to another set of racks.
Yeah. So Ninjas the Pajamas, they this game looked pretty solid for them. They are going to be able to find the initiation onto Whisper. And Intel's Beast is opening actually onto that Shadow Demon. A really big kill, especially if they get both of them here. The lockdown on the Phantom Lancer. They hit him with the chains. They locked him down. Ace running forward. Hector does have the doppelganger to be able to get some distance away. A little bit of confusion. A force staff out. Gets back to the tier 4. Schofield hit by the avalanche. Actually, they see the real Hector. Lock him down again. Doppelganger's up. But he's still rooted. Still locked down. Gets a chains on the Splinter. The telekinesis. He's dead. No buyback too. So Infamous, they're going to have to fight this out 3 versus 5 as they try and chase away Ninjas in Pajamas. But Nip, they know this is their time to secure this game.
This Ace Meepo, 19-1-3.
He is a beast, and he's about to get his 20th kill. As Schofield is going to be chased down by the side to split her. Stalls one of the meatballs, but the rest of them stream forward. Bada takes the kill instead. But Nip, focus on the objectives. Go for that lane of barracks, or go for Chris Luck, actually. Changed on him, make sure he can't get off his BKB, and he is food. He is fodder for Infamous at this point. Schofield's next up. Rip down the rock. Whisper's going to get chain stun Infamous just one by one, getting pecked and poked apart by Ninja
That's the GG.
and that's the GG. All right, Nip will stay alive at TI.
So now we're in the dream situation, guys. This is the dream scenario that I was hoping for. NIP against EG, the former captain.
To stay alive, to stay in the tournament, to prove something to evil geniuses, Peter is going to have to bring down his former team.
He's going to have to bring him down. And for EG, they still have a lot to play for. That's an upper bracket slot that they're trying to secure.
Yeah.
For Infamous, with the one win against NIP, they have secured themselves from, no matter what, they will not get bottom slot.
Yep.
And I'm not sure how the other series have gone, but NIP, as far as I know, is still good.
Yeah, it's pretty much like this is going to come down to some of the other series. They need
a little bit of luck.
They need some teams, you know, hopefully multiple teams for their sake, if not at least one team to just no more wins.
Yes.
They have to win both games against EG and one of RNG, Fnatic. You know, I think there's like 4 teams.